Oh god. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh god, oh god! Ah! Ah! So if you didn't actually get into the Titanfall beta, you're probably wondering, is it any good? And, well, it bloody well is. But to validate such claims, here are 5 things that I enjoyed during the beta of Titanfall. And after this video, you can probably go and pre-order it, because honestly, this game is f***ing awesome. Number 1, it's got mechs. It's got mechs. It's got a lot of mechs. It's got giant bloody mechs, and they're awesome. Okay, so the mechs are probably the best part of the game, but everything else is also fantastic. But what I really love about the mechs here is that the animation quality provided by the Source engine. Yes, this game runs on the Source engine. I couldn't believe it myself until I saw it, and I was like, wow! The Source engine is the 2004 engine, in case you're wondering. It powered Half-Life 2 and many other Valve games afterwards, and it's a highly moddable engine, but it's never been done in this way before, because the animation quality for these mechs are almost movie-like, like Pixar-ish. It's really weird, because they just got, like, they have great emotion. It's incredibly strange, and it's these little things like what they do. Like you can actually call your Titan to follow you. Like whoop, whoop, walkies, come on, walkies, and it will walk up to you like a dog. It's amazing. Alright, it's just fun to control. I mean, okay, I am really sorry, Blacklight Retribution, which is a free-to-play game that you guys know I love, but this blows your mechs out of the water. It really does, and mech combat is incredibly fun, and the way that they spawn in, which has a timer, makes it so it's not completely unfair. And all the soldiers also have a weapon that helps them destroy Titans, so you can be a foot soldier for the entire match, no problem at all, which is another thing that I really enjoy. But yeah, just mechs. Really awesome mechs. Number 2, the movement of the soldiers. Now, this is obviously a big part of any FPS game. If the movement is spot on, you're going to have a good time. Now, what I really hate about these modern shooters that have been cropping up over the years is that they try to be realistic, but then give you unrealistic movement. So, for example, you can have like fans saying, oh, Call of Duty is the most realistic game ever, except you can sprint for stupid miles and throw a knife half a mile down a field, which obviously doesn't happen in real life. I've never seen a man throw anything half a mile, but I'll be sure to report it if I do, because that would be quite a feat of strength. But, you know, this is what annoys me about modern FPS shooters. Titanfall does away with all this, obviously, because it's set in the future, and that is a really good starting point, because it means it can get really creative with what they want to do. And, a lot of people are saying that this is probably going to be the best FPS game ever created, like sort of the dawning of a new era of modern FPS games. And obviously you've got the cynics that say, nah, it can't be, because it's using borrowed mechanics. Now, it is using borrowed mechanics. It's using mechanics that have appeared in games a couple of years ago. So it's using this free running mechanic, wall jumping and stuff like that, which has been seen in a load of classic FPSs, you know, Unreal Tournament and stuff like that. But it's never really been used in this kind of way before, which is very easy for new players to understand, but if you're really good at it, you can traverse across the map without touching the ground, which is obviously a part of a classic FPS thing, which is brilliant. But it means, because of the simplicity of it, you just have to walk up to a wall, and your wall jump, and you just got to press the space button twice, and you can fly around with your jetpack for a little bit. So, you know, it's good for newcomers as well. And I think that's what really sells this game, is that it's very sort of user-friendly for a wide variety of players. But it doesn't do away with the good players, because it's got a lot of esports potential. It's a fantastic spectator sport, this. It's really fun. Now, the second borrowed aspect with this new movement system that Titanfall's using is the free running aspect, which is probably copied from Brink. But the problem is that Brink took a sledgehammer to this idea and made it incredibly clunky, boring, and rubbish in general, alright? There was actually certain aspects of the Brink map system where you couldn't even free run off them, thus confining you to a small space of the map, defeating the object of free running in the first place. So it just didn't work, and as a result, Brink was a complete failure and a massive flop. And to be honest, I saw it coming. But Titanfall perfects this. All right, this is why Titanfall is going to be such a good game. It perfects these mechanics. It's taken mechanics that already exist in games, but it's fine-tuned them to such a degree that it's just a joy to play. Alright, I spent one game not shooting a single thing, not spawning a single map. I just jumped and ran around the map because it was such an enjoyable experience. It was so fun to look at, it was so fun to play, and I just loved it. It was amazing. And yeah, like, obviously the movement is quite a major part of an FPS game, and when you nail it, as well as Titanfall has, this is beta, by the way. This is beta, and it's running smoother than a lot of games that have come out already fully released, right? It makes Battlefield 4 look like it was pre-alpha, okay? the guys at Respawn Entertainment have done an absolutely fantastic job here, and it's just so fun to play. Just to run around, it is brilliant. Number 3, the Smart Pistol. Now, the Smart Pistol is probably the most awesome addition to any gun loadout I have ever seen. Basically, you have a pistol that also locks onto people and can shoot around walls. Now, you're probably thinking, that's the most overpowered thing ever, that's stupid, what are you doing, Respawn Entertainment, doing that? But basically, the way that this game works is that you have 6 human soldiers, obviously playing online, and then you have AI grunts across the map. Now, this allows players who aren't very good to rack up some kills, and also it adds quite a lot of personality to the game. These soldiers have some really cool banter about them, talking about how they go to the gym so they can fire a gun for longer, for example. There's a cool Kotaku article where they actually picked out some of the best ones, actually. But now with the Smart Pistol, you can lock onto like 3 of these grunts and kill him in one hit. That's okay, fair enough. That's very quick. As the Assassin class, which is my favourite class by the way, you can rush around, rack up a load of NPC kills, no problem at all. When it comes to actual players, however, the Smart Pistol isn't as overpowered as you might think. You have to get 3 full lock-ons to get the one-hit kill. And that actually takes a good 5 or 6 seconds for the, that's plenty of time for the enemy pilot to notice that it's being locked on and to do something about it. It's just an incredibly fun weapon to use because it's got this sort of instant snapback and instant satisfaction the second you use it. And of course you can use it as a normal pistol, but it's not very powerful. But it takes a primary slot. So there's the trade-off. You can either sit and wait and be very clever about it. It doesn't have the best range in the world either, so you actually have to get up close and be clever about it. Or you have to just try and gun them down as quick as you can with a weakened primary weapon. So the balancing that's being used in this gun is absolutely fantastic and spot on. And honestly, it's a gun that newcomers are going to find nice to use because they think, oh, I've got auto-aim, that means I'm going to, dominate the competition. When actually, it's actually, if you're smart about it, it's actually quite easy to escape, like being shot by it. And also, if you're very good at it, it's a very satisfying weapon to use. So it's basically a win-win situation for everyone with the Smart Pistol, and it's just it's just a fantastic addition to the loadout. Now, the beta loadout is actually quite small, but this Smart Pistol is certainly definitely a highlight of that. And I'm pretty sure that that's probably going to be the only sort of smart type weapon that's going to be on there. But it's brilliant. It's really fun. Yeah. Number 4, the art direction. Now, I will be the first to say this. Titanfall is not the prettiest game to ever come out. It might be a next-gen title, but it certainly doesn't quite have the next-gen visuals. This is, of course, because it's running on the Source engine, which came out in 2004. But, to its credit, and to Respawn's credit, this is by far and away the prettiest Source engine game ever. Alright, this is a very technically advanced Source engine game, and despite it running on the Source engine, it still looks incredibly commendable. It's not the best looking game in the world, though. I'll say that. However, the art direction used to create these graphical assets in the game are absolutely spot on. Now, this game evokes a very sci-fi vibe, obviously, because it's set in the future, but the use of colour, I think, is important when it comes to games. We've seen so many modern shooters use greys, browns, and then desperately try to put gold over their camos, which just gives you blinding eyesore whenever you're trying to shoot something down. It's just awful, right? Modern shooters are awful when it comes to colour palettes. Titanfall does away with this. You get lush green environments, really, really bright green trees, alright? Okay, so they're not the most technically advanced foliage that you'll ever see, but it catches your eye, and it's just nice to look at. The lighting direction's good. The overall texture use for a Source engine game is exceptional, alright? Source doesn't really do the best textures in the world. I'll be the first to say that. People can disagree with me all they want, but if you look up close to a Source engine game, it's not that pretty, alright? Even CS Global Offensive or Left 4 Dead 2, which are really high-end Source games, they don't look that great up close. Titanfall sort of suffers from this, but because of how colourful the art direction is, it works really well, and the game just looks, it's appealing to look at. Again, not the best looking game in the world, but it's the art direction basically drew me in straight away, and I was engaged, and the game was great for me because I was able to enjoy every aspect of it. There was a couple of things that we did notice in beta though. However, it's locked at 60 FPS, but it doesn't feel like it's running at 60 FPS. It's basically having a locked VSync on the screen that locks to your refresh rate, but it doesn't work all that well. And sometimes you get like really bad screen tearing, and if you put VSync on, obviously you get mouse problems. It's a bit weird, and I hope that they unlock the frame rate and sort of find a new way of doing it, because it actually has a large amount of PC options, including a full FOV slider. Credit to Respawn. I know that these guys used to work for Infinity Ward when they made Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, which was a fantastic game before it all went downhill. And Infinity Ward don't really have the best reputation with PC gamers, but you know, Call of Duty 4 was actually quite PC friendly, and Titanfall is again very PC friendly. And that surprised me because I thought this was just going to be a console port, since there's obviously a lot of hype surrounding this game on Xbox One. But yeah, in general, the art direction is absolutely spot on, and it's just lovely to look at. Point number 5: running away after losing. Now, this sounds incredibly weird, but Titanfall incorporates a cool mechanic that's basically similar to TF2, where if you lose, you run for your damn life while the enemy team tries to hunt you down. But the twist here is that you can actually escape. A ship will pop up after 20 seconds in a random place on the map, and you actually have to get into it and fly away. Of course, the ship can be destroyed, so you've got to be careful. And usually, you see over the distance a load of Titans running forward to destroy you. The cool thing here is that you can actually fight back, so you can actually rack up some extra kills. They won't add to your kill count, but they'll give you the XP that you need to obviously level up and stuff. And leveling up is really nice and fun. It's sort of like Call of Duty. It's quick for sure, but you know, it keeps you going. It's really nice and fun. So yeah, I really like this because it just adds a little bit of extra dynamic to the game. You know, when you lose, you just go, like that. You know, you don't just give up. You can rack up a few extra kills, a few grunt kills, or you can get some really cool XP bonuses if you manage to escape, or if you destroy the ship if you're the winning team. It's always fun to destroy the ship. You know, it's quite a laugh. And honestly, it just rounds off a perfect beta for a game. Alright, Titanfall is mechanically sound 99% of the time, and this is in beta. Alright, that is a monumental thing, because they've let us play this beta. You didn't have to pre-order to get access to the beta. You just have to sign up to the website to get access to the beta. So that means that they let us test out the game before you even have any intention of pre-ordering a game. That is a good thing. That is a really good thing by the developers of Respawn and publishers EA. EA have done something good here, and that is the surprise. I would actually pre-order this game. It was incredibly fun. I don't understand. I don't see how the game could like go downhill from what we've seen in the beta. It would have to be a massive dramatic turn of failings for that to happen. I'm usually 100% against pre-ordering, but if there's a beta that anyone can access and we can play it for a few days before we make a decision about purchasing the game, that is perfect, because it's better than a demo. A demo just restricts you. The beta gave us unlimited access to whatever they had available. There was like 5 weapons and 14 levels, but you can keep playing it after that. Online, obviously, it was just, you know, it's an online-only game sort of thing. Just gave us full access to what the game was about, and that is perfect. And I really commend that of Respawn Entertainment. I think that's brilliant, because now I actually want to pre-order this thing. Titanfall is a really cool game, and if you're a big FPS fan, it's certainly going to be on your radar. But if you're one of those people that have been sick, absolutely sick of modern FPS games in the last few years, this may just change your mind about the genre in general, because it is so fun. The mechanics are completely refined and perfected, and yes, it still uses the carrot on a stick level up system that people either like or they loathe, but it doesn't splash you with all these stupid customization things either, which is a good thing. And yeah, it's just a fantastic game all around in general, and I was left incredibly impressed. My name is Jack32X. Subscribe if you like more of these videos, or like these videos and whatever, for more content. There we go, I got it right in the end. I've been stuttering all day, I apologise. Take care and keep on gaming. I haven't said that one in a while either. See ya.